Sierra Harvest educates, inspires, and connects families to fresh, local, seasonal food.
We are seeing epidemic levels of childhood obesity and heart disease, and this next generation could either grow up spending an arm and a leg in healthcare, or they can grow up eating fresh, seasonal, healthy food and enjoying it.
Sierra Harvest educates children about fresh local foods. We train farmers how to grow food sustainably for this community, and we teach people how to grow food right where they live. Kids are learning about their bodies, they're learning about their minds, they're learning how to care for their planet.
We're now working with 96% of the kids in Western Nevada County, and we, over the years, have started to see a real shift. We're seeing a cultural change in what children want to eat. They're excited about eating fresh, local, seasonal foods, and they're asking for it in their lunches, they're asking for it in school meals, they're asking for it at home, and that is going to create a generation that grows up to live healthy and strong.
My name is Wyatt, and I am 10 years old. I like to play Legos and sports like basketball, baseball, and soccer. One of my goals is becoming a pro basketball player and maybe baseball or soccer. My favorite food is pancakes, and something I don't like to eat is mushrooms. They just have a really slimy, gross taste that just kind of freaks me out.
Wyatt's been really picky his whole life. He just literally wouldn't try anything. You work really hard as a parent to get him to try things, and then you just sort of give up.
I used to be a really picky eater about vegetables and fruits. I used to be like, ew, gross, those foods look gross. I thought it'd be really nasty, but it turns out it wasn't that nasty. Once Sierra Harvest came, all my friends were like, hey, you should try this, it's really good. So I listened to my friends, and Sierra Harvest is really good. Kind of got me trying more vegetables and fruits. The first Sierra Harvest I ever did was cabbage, and everyone in the class liked it. I had tried it in stores, but it just didn't taste as good. Everyone wanted seconds and thirds. I was asking my mom, hey, can we get this food? And she was really surprised. She's like, did you hit your head?
He came home one time and talked about cabbage, how cabbage was the best thing ever. And so we bought some, and he said that the store-bought cabbage tastes like plastic. And so we picked some up from a fruit stand, and he said, yeah, this is more what I like.
Something I like to eat now, but I didn't used to like, was snap peas. You should definitely try new foods, not just be a picky eater. Go to a farm or a garden somewhere, or grow your own even, because that's a lot more fun. So if you don't like a blueberry or a carrot or something, just try it to see what it tastes like. It's not like you're gonna get poisoned.
I think what was different about Sierra Harvest is that his peers were there. It wasn't his parents telling him to do it. So I definitely think it's going to improve his eating habits.
I think it's important to eat healthy food so that you can stay active instead of just sitting around watching TV, eating potato chips all day, and do sports, stay healthy for cross country and track.
It's been wonderful to have him willing to try new things. We're not asking him to like everything, but just to try new things and realize it's not scary, it's not gross. It might be really good.
Sierra Harvest changed me a little bit. It probably changed about half our school. Kids were bringing more vegetables and fruits in their lunch.
I'm really thankful that Sierra Harvest comes to the school and presents these different food options to our children in this environment that they feel safe in. It's been really great for our family.
Sierra Harvest is creating all of this demand for fresh local food, so we're going to need a lot more farmers, and they need support. They need a network to be able to grow their business and build their local markets, and Sierra Harvest is providing that support to them.
When I first started farming, we were farming just for ourselves, providing vegetables for our family. Now I have a commercial farm. It's called Early Bird Farm. We have about 15 different crops. We sell at the farmers markets, restaurants, and supermarkets. We mill whole wheat grains, and we've developed a pancake mix with that whole wheat grain. When I first started farming, there's a romanticism about it, but it can be really challenging to make a profit. Sierra Harvest has really helped me by having a resource and a community of farmers who are very knowledgeable, and they provided a loan so that I could launch our grain milling operation. They'll come out and help me figure out any kind of issues and challenges, like trying to deal with bugs in a crop or figure out an irrigation problem, being able to get things to market and do everything they can to see that my farm is successful. Sierra Harvest is instrumental in encouraging these farmers to collaborate and share knowledge. We're building friendships that last a lifetime. If I didn't have access to a network of farmers that Sierra Harvest has nurtured, it would definitely be more challenging to be as successful as I have become already. There was once a woman who came and saw that I was selling grain at the farmer's market, and she asked me, "Oh, is this the grain that you provide to the local bakery?" And I said, "Yeah," and she broke down in tears. She said, "This is the only flour that I can eat because it's local and it's fresh and my body can digest it." It's really great to have that kind of feedback and know that it really makes an impact and really enhances people's lives. Sierra Harvest really is one of the building blocks of our community.
Sierra Harvest empowers families when they learn how to grow their own food. They get to take control of their food source.
We're seeing the families that participate in the Sierra Gardens program enjoy time outside. They're happier and more satisfied with their lives, they're losing weight, they're eating better, and they're enjoying time in nature.
For me, being out in the yard and in the garden, that's how I deal with stress. You know, a lot of people, they smoke, they drink. I'd rather have my hands in the dirt. I just like that feel of the dirt between my fingers, and that's my stress reliever. My name is Deb, and I have a daughter and a son. I found out about Sierra Harvest about 4 years ago when my son came home from school with a flyer advertising the scholarship program and how to get started putting in a garden. I was a single parent, and going to the store for fresh vegetables was a real hit to the pocketbook. But having grown up on a ranch or farm, no matter where I lived, we always had vegetables of some kind, even if it was just a small planter. When I saw the flyer, I thought it was a godsend. That if I could get in on this program and I could get even a little bit of assistance would be perfect. Shortly after I bought my house, I lost my job. So I'm now working 3 part-time jobs, and it is tight, but you don't want to cut corners when it comes to your kids. So the fresher the fruits, the fresher the vegetables, the better, and what better place than to get them from your own yard. The first year we were with Sierra Harvest, in 8 hours I went from having a lawn to having a full-blown garden. So that was totally perfect. I had my squashes, tomatoes, peppers, and it just took off. In our second year, I had cleared an area on the next level up in my yard of blackberries. This year, we have 4 kinds of peppers, eggplant, tomatillos, kale, spinach, chard, cabbages, cucumbers. My son and my daughter are kind of picky when it comes to some of the vegetables, so when you throw it in the blender, they're none the wiser. And they get all their vegetables and they love my sauce. Having our own garden, we do save, whether I'm freezing vegetables or canning or making pasta sauce, and I have it all year long. Oh, it makes me feel good because I know that I'm putting everything that I worked hard to get to good use. I raised it and I know what went into it, and it's nothing bad, and it's kind of a sense of pride too. Having the garden has changed how my kids think about food. It used to be we'd go to the store and they'd avoid the produce section. My daughter, because she's looking to be moving out on her own, and so she's wanting to get healthy. They're on the internet looking up recipes. I love taking Sierra Harvest cooking classes. I like taking my kids with me, especially Joe, because he likes to get his hands in it and he likes to cook. Sierra Harvest has allowed me to show my children that by putting forth a little bit of effort in the beginning, you reap the benefits all summer long, all winter long, and it's pride of ownership. And this is something we created, this is something we're working for.
Sierra Harvest exists because we have become fundamentally disconnected from our food. Food is intimate to all of us. It affects so many things. It affects the health of our bodies, of our planet, of our climate, of our water. And if we get our relationship with food right, I believe we can change the world.